Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Average Guy Survival. This morning, I just wanted to talk a little bit about some changes that are happening, well, here on the homestead and some stuff that's going on in the world. So bear with me. I will get to the world stuff in a moment. Today, I slept in a little bit. It's not something I do often. Felt good. So I'm just trying to get myself motivated to get out there and get some work done. I got a ton of stuff to do here on the homestead. I've got to get a bunch of stuff cleared. The area I had planned for a large garden that was going to be a feature on my channel is now where the new house is going to get built. So I've got to get fence pulled down, raised beds have got to come out. So I'm going to be pulling those out. Stuff that's growing in there, I'm going to try to transfer into some pots. I don't intend to stop growing. It's just going to be a lot different for a while. So there's going to be some stuff on my channel about cleanup and house construction, that kind of stuff, if anyone's interested. But anyway, yeah, that area I can't grow in it this year. The area where I can grow, that is a little overgrown right now and needs to get worked. That's where my pumpkins and cassava and everything is. So that's not really plantable at the moment. So there's not going to be a whole lot of stuff on the channel for maybe 6 months about homesteading, gardening, prepping kind of stuff, because the hurricane really messed this up. So anyway, that being said, I did want to cover a subject that's been in the news a lot. There's been a lot of YouTubers talking about it. And I figured I probably should get in on this and let you know what's going on if people are not aware. There's a lot of talk about switching to digital currency. And to some people, that I'm sure that sounds great. Hey, everything's going to be digital. It's going to be simple. But really, there's a lot of problems that come with that. If our country does go through with digital currency, which I believe they will eventually, yard sales are going to be a thing of the past. You're not going to be able to pay the neighbor's kid to come over and mow your grass. Private sales are going to be a thing of the past. Buy a used car from somebody out of their yard. How do you do that with digital currency? Everything will be tracked. Every purchase you make, everything you own, will be recorded. If this goes through, people with skills are going to be the ones who are getting ahead, because bartering will be coming back. I've bartered a few things myself, but that's going to become a normal part of my life, because I don't want to have the government know that I own a certain item that they may not, condone. In China, facial recognition in China has come to a point where you can't go anywhere, and they know who you are, where you are, and what you're doing at all times. In the cities, in the country, out in the rice paddies and stuff, obviously that's not recorded, but people seem to think that a lot of this stuff is way in the future, this dystopian future. But I mean, we're there. I was watching a video. I want to say it was with Dan Bongino, I think, but he was talking to somebody who had spent time in China and had lived there for a long time. And he was saying that in 2017, the facial recognition at that point had gotten so advanced that if you crossed the street in the wrong spot, you were jaywalking, you were caught on camera, they knew who you were, and they would automatically fine you. It would just come from your bank account. There was no officer there to ticket you. There was no court process. They just fined you. That was it. You jaywalk, you're fined. It comes out of your account automatically. And that was 5 years ago. How much more advanced are we 5 years down the road from that? So in England, in the cities there. The facial recognition, the cameras everywhere. I mean, they're right on track to be doing the same stuff. So anyway, there's a lot of benefits to technical advancements. I mean, in medicine, they can do microsurgery on infants before they're born. I mean, that's amazing stuff. There's a lot of really good stuff with technical advancements, but there's another side to it. And the other side is what is concerning many people like me. So anyway, I guess what I'm trying to say is if you have a skill, get ready to use it to make a living, through bartering if you don't want to be, recorded every time you have any kind of transaction. If you don't have any skills, learn one, because once everybody's on this digital thing, if you say something online that they don't like, they can shut you off. I mean, look what happened in Canada with the trucker strike. They didn't want the truckers out there, so they shut off their bank accounts. So they couldn't buy fuel or food. The people who were bringing food, donating fuel to the truckers, they got in trouble too. And I mean, Canada, it's not that far away if you think about it. If for us in the U.S., I mean, how much effort is it going to take for that to come over the border, especially with our current administration being so liberal and so what's the word? So intent on bringing in socialism. People are deceived. A lot of people are rooting for it. They want it, and they don't understand what that is. Anyway, I'm sorry. This is kind of a rant. I tend to do that when things get on my mind, and YouTube has kind of become my outlet, I guess. So anyway, like I was saying, this channel's going to look a little different in the coming months. We're going to be working really hard around the property every day off, mornings, evenings. We're going to be working hard to get everything back to what it should be. And once the house is in, I can start working on the other side of the property and getting that back to where I'm growing. And and obviously I'm still going to be raising the animals. They can't just be put on hold, but a lot of stuff is going to look different, and it's is what it is, I guess. So anyway, if you are enjoying this content, please like, subscribe, come back for more. My last video talking about the whole Tractor Supply thing, I got a lot of comments on that. That got some positive response, got a couple negative responses too, but for the most part, people were surprised by what they heard, and they weren't really contesting it. They just said, "Oh wow, I had no idea." And then, hey, I want to give a shout out to Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. Their channel is where I get a lot of information, actually. Doug is really doing his homework, and they commented on my channel, so that was like my celebrity moment there. If you follow their channel, they're good. I highly recommend you look them up and check them out. So anyway, thank you again for watching, and talk to you again soon.